Hi there YouTubers, welcome back to this channel. So I'm doing a video today about my friend who at the time was married and was having a study with the old Watchtowers. Not a Bible study as they make out. Watchtower study. The magazines that never make any sense. So this was going on for a little while. They had, I think, 2 sessions of this. And it was to keep the marriage together. The marriage didn't work. Well, there's more to this now because they had a divorce. They had no more studies with the Bible. You know, I was still friends with my friend, but not the other person, which was the husband, ex-husband. So my friend was contacted by the social services to say what this man, her ex-husband, had got caught doing. Anyway, so he was caught on the old tippy-tappy. Yeah, looking at between 4 and 14. Yeah, young ones. Anyway, so I'm glad he's been caught. However, it turns out that my friend's daughter was also interfered at the age of 4. And this explains why she was so quiet. Very, very reserved and quiet girl. He'd stolen her, basically her life, by doing what he did. So it hasn't gone to court yet. He's been married 3 times, so he must use marriage as a screen to hide what he does. And what I say to this is that you would never believe what he was. This man, very good looking. He's an architect. I have to give him credit that he can draw some of the most credible, work that he does. Done lots and lots of stuff. I don't know if he's not famous, but he's done some real incredible work, okay? But he's this. You would never believe it. And I feel sick because I had my dad at a barbecue with this man. Anyway, so it's all coming together. There's been lots of interviews where people have been speaking. I think all the wives would be contacted, although he's married at the time, so he 2 marriages before. And the first one broke up marriage because he went with a nanny. Well, anyway, what I say is just, I was thinking, I am so glad this person didn't make it into the congregations, because he would have had every little one, I would think, if he had the chance. And they would have gone off with him, and no one would ever, ever, ever think anything. Ever. There was one strange thing that my friend said at the time. This is when I knew her at the time when they were married. He said, why don't, to the little girl, my friend's little girl from a previous marriage, why don't you invite your little friends around? She was school age at the time, and we can all stay in the tent. And she just ignored it because she knew exactly what he was wanting to do. So it's only come out now that what he did to my friend's little girl, and I just feel really sick about that. Because at the time, I was trying to understand why she was so quiet. It didn't make any sense. And we used to play like Monopoly and that, and she used to quite enjoy that. Her mum didn't play Monopoly or anything like that. She wasn't a board game thing, but I used to play with the kids, I like Monopoly. But she just couldn't say anything, and I didn't know what had happened to her, but I knew there was something, but I didn't know why. Why was she? I did put it down to her first father, her real father, moving away many, many miles away to another country for a while, for quite a considerable time. So I did think that the reason why she was quiet, that her father had abandoned her. Although her father used to take her on holidays and stuff like that. But it's not the same, is it, as having your dad around all the time if you can. Anyway, I'm just so glad that this person didn't make it into the congregations. But I'm saying you just can't tell. I say don't trust anybody, a woman or a man. I say this now. With your kids. I mean, it sounds awful, doesn't it, me saying that? I'm still really shocked. Really, really shocked about it all. I've only known this for about 4 days, roughly. And it really knocked me for 6 because, as I say, I knew this person. I didn't know him, actually. I thought I did. You just can't tell what's going on behind those flipping, behind, well, in the heart, what his desires are. So, and I would, do you know what? If he'd been in a congregation, Jehovah's Witnesses would have stuck up to him, because all the women would have, because he's good looking. They were stuck up for him if he'd got caught, and it would all been hushed up anyway. We know what goes on if he'd made it into the Watchtower. We all know. Everybody knows. The whole world knows now. And that's why Splain has been doing a thing about these court cases. They're dead scared, aren't they? They're such liars. How can they lie so much? I mean, literally everything they say. God, is there no truth in them? There isn't, is there? There's nothing. How do they live? They don't know who they are. Wicked, wicked men. Anyway, I'm going away from it. But do you see my point? These groups that form. Oh, I have to tell you something else as well. I didn't video it, and I wish I did. It was weird. So I went to actually, I'll have to go and I'll do a video, the next video, because I am going outside this place. Weird, very weird, and I'll try and recap everything that happened. Yeah, so wait for the next video for that, because this shouldn't be together, because it's just another thing. But okay, thanks for listening in. And yeah, watch out. You just can't tell these days. You cannot tell. Thanks for listening in, everyone, and bye for now.